It's not just for hippies. Plants are your medicine. Hey guys, Noah Hammond here, back with some more advice. And no, I'm not talking about marijuana, I'm not talking about cannabis, I'm talking about all plants. I'm talking about the things that grow out of Mother Earth. There are thousands of different herbs on this planet, and a paradigm that I never received until about a year ago was the fact that these plants are our true medicines. So I want to deliver it to you really quickly today with why it's so important to understand this and some quick action steps for how you can start living with this new information. So, what's important to understand? First is that we've been brought up in a world where we're programmed to believe that pharmaceuticals are our medicine. But contrary to popular understanding, pharmaceuticals are not our medicine. They are poison, okay? A pharmaceutical will always have a negative byproduct, a negative result to your body. Yes, it might cover up the symptoms of what's going on in you right at that moment, but it will always have a long-term negative effect on your body. And they're designed that way. They're knowingly designed that way because it makes that industry trillions of dollars. So I don't want to go too deeply into that because I'm going to consult the expert to talk about that. If you ever heard about Don Tolman before, thedontolman.com, this man is brilliant. Okay, so I'm not here to argue with you about the medicines you're taking. What I'm here to do is to show you that plants and food are true medicine. Okay, it's what the earth has actually provided for us to take care of ourselves. And it's what generation after generation after generation after generation of human beings have been doing for the entire existence of our species up until the early 1800s. So the first pharmaceutical ever that was invented was aspirin. Okay, Bayer aspirin was the first pill to ever be invented in about 1836. So up until then, pharmaceuticals didn't exist. What did people do? They used herbs, they used teas, they smoked herbs, they ingested herbs orally, they put them on their skin. There's herbs and plants for literally every condition the human body can have. And this is actually where they derive all these harmful pharmaceuticals from anyway. So in 1836, when they invented aspirin, it's made directly from the bark of the willow tree. The Native Americans used this. They would chew the willow tree bark to remove a headache. So when aspirin was invented, it was just a ground up, compacted, and pulverized form of this willow tree bark. Now, here's the problem. When you do the process to a plant to take it from a plant to a pill, it loses some core components. Now, our logical mind can't really understand this because it's not a three-dimensional thing, okay? Yes, ground up, pulverized, processed plant material, technically, genetically, is the same thing as the plant itself. But what it loses is the life force, the life essence, the spirit of that plant. And the spirit of that plant is what's going to bring your spirit back to harmony. Okay, so these plant medicines, they're functioning on a greater level than just the three-dimensional. Okay, and I'm not just talking about things like cannabis. There are thousands of herbs, from everything from headache to indigestion to skin infections to, anything. There's ways to treat it with plants and plant medicine. So that is the main thing that I want to deliver to you, because when I first learned about this stuff, and I actually took about 3 months worth of weekly herbal classes learning about making medicines and harvesting different herbs from my local area and what to look for and how to identify the different families and things like that. I learned it from a very wise herb master who can literally identify any plant he walks by. He knows it all. And when I first learned about this, it blew me away. I never knew about that before. The reason being is that it's not in our culture. Our culture is created in a way by which we are told to buy medicines that is normal, that every time you get sick you have to go to the doctor and he's supposed to give you antibiotics and all this garbage, and it all just feeds a multi-trillion-dollar industry that benefits from your suffering, that benefits from your sickness, that benefits from your pain, that benefits from all of that garbage they're putting into you, right? And they're lobbying to create laws that get food into the food supply that aren't good for you, and etc, etc, etc. You do the research if you'd like to. In this video, I don't want to scare you into understanding this. I just want you to know that plants are your medicine. So what can you do? You can go to your local stores that serve herbal remedies, tinctures, that have herbs, etc. When you get sick, you can go on Google and you can look for herbal remedies or natural remedies. This is called traditional medicines. Okay, if you look for a traditional medicine, you can find ways to cure basically anything with 100% safe, natural, good for you herbs. Whether it's making teas or making a tincture, which is distilling the herbs in a solution of alcohol, etc. There's always a way to cure what your ailment is with herbs instead of pharmaceuticals. Also, food is what's going to prevent you from getting sick in the first place. I think I'm going to save that for a whole nother video exploration. So, I hope this has been enlightening for you, because a year ago I had no idea that plants were the medicine. I thought that you take pills. I never heard that before. So I hope this opens some new windows for you. I hope that the next time you're sick or getting sick or have some kind of ailment you would like to relieve yourself of, you go to Google and look for an herbal remedy and go to your local store. If you can't find them at your local store, there's online herb shops where you can order all the plant medicines you could possibly need. And yeah, if you guys have questions, I have a whole notebook filled with answers so I can try to dig up some of my specific remedies. And you can email me at noah@noahhammond.com. I'll make a video with some specific herbal remedies. And I hope this has opened your eyes to some traditional medicines, the way our ancestors took care of themselves.